Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey, everybody. Friggin' Friday Night Live. Friday Night Live. It's like the show on Saturday night on TV, but less funny and Friday, but more whiskey. Thank you, everybody, for hopping in already. Thanks so much. We have what you would consider to be a party happening outside with lots of loud music and people just yipping and yelling and hollering and having bunches of fun. They're having so much fun out there. So I'm going to try to match their energy and really freaking party it up tonight. Let's do it. Hells yeah. Thank you, everybody, for hopping in chat already. We had a bunch of people pre-gaming. Eric Hetzer, James Buchanan, Will Henderson, the MVP, Chris Buzolincia was in here super early. I'm also on live chat already, by the way, basically on top of everything. And as soon as I say it, they shut the music down. It's like they respect me. It's like they know that I mean business, and maybe they're watching from across the street. Maybe like, everybody quiet, Matt's on. That's not it. It's probably just the end of the song. The Cannon's in the house, DC, Scary Peeper. Oh man, Eric Hetzer. I probably already said Eric Hetzer, but I'll say it 3 times more if you'd like. Hetzler. Oh boy, the music across the street is it's really getting into my old head. But I can get into it. It's like Spanish music. It's got a good beat though. I don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Oh man, thank everybody for hopping in chat so early and joining me on Friday night. Mike Cook. If I miss your name, it's just because it's what I do. I'm not that bright. Sam B, you was up in here super early. Probably already said your name. I was just scrolling. DJ Beacon. Dave Markowski. Still scrolling. Whiskey Central's in the house. Nice Glenn Fidioc video today. Whiskey Central. If you're not watching Whiskey Central, then what are you doing? You should probably check out her channel. She is got some good stuff happening. Shayla is doing some good Whiskey Central stuff over at Whiskey Central. It's like the middle of the whiskey tube world. Whiskey Central. In the Whiskey Central time zone. Brad Buchan's in the house. Barndoor. Spencer Mav, Uncle Robbie. Look, Tim Gorgeous is up in here. Julie L. Hey, Julie. Happy friggin' Friday. Mike Cook. Okay, we're scrolling all the way to the bottom. Jeffrey Wack's in the house. Man of the hour, Jeffrey Wack. Bottoms up, says DC. Hells yeah. Jeffrey Wack says, I'll take this music in the background versus a tireless cricket any day. Kind of got something funny. So we buy our bearded dragon. We get it crickets, live crickets. He just gobbles them up. But this last batch we got, they're chirping, and you might hear crickets because they're chirping it up from across the house. Julie says, sounds like the party that will be second best in here. They've got a lot of people going. A lot of people over there, sounds like. Lots of children, too. But no children here, just me. There are children here, but not here. But they could be here at any point. We don't know. Nick Foles is pouring some old tub. I'm not the cake boss. I wish I was the cake boss. Caitlin Brubaker, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Caitlin Brubaker. Cheers, Sam B. This is going to be a fun night. We've got a very challenging fight in front of us, and I'm going to fail at it miserably. Really, really bad. That's all right, though. I don't mind. I don't care if I look stupid, so kind of the story of my life. Monroe Doctrine. Time to pour something good. Hells yeah. What's everybody poured? What's everybody got going? I have this bottle from Uncle Buck. It's a Buffalo Trace. It's a weird one. It's a Benny's small batch select. It's not a single barrel select. It's a small batch select. No idea what they're doing over there with making a small batch select. Don't even know what that means. But I'm gonna give her a little tasty poo. DC, thanks for dropping that link. You the man. DJ Beacon says they know they are food. That's probably true. Getting ready for a blind tasting while we watch tonight. Awesome. Super awesome. Everybody should do blind flights. They're the most fun. No gunshots tonight. Eagle Rare. That's a sweet name. She has amazing impressions of Dan and yourself. Yeah, Shayla does. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Not gonna lie. It was pretty good. DC says Schmed Schminnick got cantaloupe on Old Tub. Yeah, he did. I'm gonna use some. If you hear me say something that you think Fred Minnick would say tonight, I just want you to call out Minnick, because I do have a phrase that I'm going to use tonight that I heard Fred say, and I was like, I'm stealing that for sure. Tom and D's drinking Powerade because he had too much last night. Powerade's good. Anyway, DC, thanks for dropping that link. I do want to thank some new patrons. We hit a couple goals. Actually, we hit 2 goals tonight. 2 freaking goals tonight. We hit on my Patreon. We hit 80 patrons. We just hit 80 tonight, and just hit the $600 frigging mark, which is insane to me. So ridiculous. Thank you guys so much. The support is incredible. It's insane, and there are some majorly awesome things coming for this channel because of you guys. Thank you so much. Anywho, I'm not sure the last time, I always forget if I read these, so I'm gonna go back to Rogie Sanchez, Tom Doble, Todd Trent, David Bunker, James Sadler, Grier Crabtree, Jack Johnson, Jason Compton, Joshua Perkins. Yeah, Perkins. I love Perkins, the restaurant. Oh man, their breakfast is good. I wonder if Joshua has anything to do with that. Heath Harvey, Stephen Damarone, Elijah Poferel, and tonight, Dominique Tomlinson made me hit my goal of 80 friggin' patrons, which is amazing. Dominique, thank you, and thank you to everybody else who does that for me, because I never expected anybody to do that. So thank you so friggin' much. So much. This Buffalo Trace is a very sweet, like a watermelon-y nose, like a watermelon candy almost. Thanks, guys, for all the congrats. I can't believe it, and it's amazing. So thank you all for the support, the love, and the high fives and the slaps on my non-existent ass. I love it so much. Whatever happened to Piccadilly? What the hell's Piccadilly? Yeah, this is weird. I told Uncle Buck this because I had this once before. This is like one of the most, like, the lightest palettes on the planet. It drinks like 50 proof. You could literally drink a bottle of this. If you put ice in this, it would go away. And I think that's maybe, I don't know. It's really good. It's like a sweet oak cherryish kind of deal, but it's so light on the palate. It's amazingly weirdly light. 70 in chat. That's 70 slaps on the ass. Hell yeah. That's they can try. Most people, when they try to slap my ass, they get my lower back. They're like, I thought that's where your ass would be. I'm like, fooled ya. Definitely fooled ya. 80 friggin' patrons. Congrats, you wonderful guy. Thank you. That's what I said. I can't believe it's true. What the hell's Piccadilly? It's a buffet? Piccadilly's a buffet? Oh, because I said Perkins. Oh man, none of that Perkins restaurant cash. That's a bummer. There's still time. You should get in on it. You should get on it for sure. This Buffalo Trace small batch select is something you would drink and then question whether or not you have a virus, because it doesn't taste like much. It just tastes like a super light bourbon that It's got a little oak twinge on it, and that's it. But it's crushable, as Dan would say, because Dan said that about what the podcasters going to say. But yeah, it's the crushable drink for sure. Show. Pick a spot, it's all ass. This is me stretching. Oh my god, look at those guns. Oh my god, I can do shoulder presses right here. 1, 2, 3. Or Arnold presses. 4, 5. Man, my shoulders are probably made out of Greek godstone back in the day. Just saying. Who knows? Who's to say? But we have this flight we're going to get to tonight, and it was designed to mess with me. Designed to mess with me so hard. And I'm going to read it. This is from the Waxster himself. Wax on, wax off. Jeffrey Wack. Says, and I'll read it to you. This flight should help you train. 2 rounds. Oh, by the way, need to probably tell you a little something about the old competition. I'll read this first and remind me to talk about the competition because there's some important information. Come to find out. Sun's out, guns out. Hells yes. Josh Dandola made it. Mr. Glover. Thanks for the cork pop in today's video, Matt. Heck yeah. Sometimes I go into these cork pop shoutouts and they don't. I'll go on and on for like 10 minutes, and then I've got to edit them down really, really like small to get them to fit inside of a video. But yeah, yours was not as condensed as some of them because I felt like it fit in the video like a glove, like a Glover, and a Christopher Glover at that. Z-Man finally made it. What's up, Matt? Cheers, brother. What is going on, Z-Man? Friggin' Z-Man. Oh, we got another new patron. Mike Cullerton, you son of a gun. That makes me smile from ear to ear. Or at least 50% of the way. Because like, if I could go all the way, I would. That's what she said. AB Scars Alec is in the house. What's going on, Alec? I feel like tonight would be an awesome night to start smoking cigars. And if I were to start smoking cigars, I wouldn't smoke anything but the finest Alec Bradley cigars on the planet. Because why would you smoke anything less? Just saying. Alec Bradley cigars. When you want to smoke the best.com/.com. Not sponsored by Alec Bradley, but I like to pretend. Yeah. Z-Man. Okay, by the way. Steamface had a problem with the pup. I don't want to read it because I'll cry. Mike Cullerton, thank you so much. I am on live chat. Good. All right. This flight should help you train. 2 rounds. First round says guess the mash bill. Second round says guess the distillery. Both things might be very difficult. We'll see. There are 5 samples. Each has 1 correct answer. Just to be a total dick, I added 1 fake option that is not in this flight. Good luck, Jeff. Super. So there's that. I don't know. So you're not going to believe this. Jeffrey Wack says, hello, everyone. I just posted the flight on the Bourbon Junkies group so you can follow along if you want. Oh, smart. Super smart. I got the answers from the Waxster himself. Look at untouched, unscathed, origami. He made me an origami answer sheet, and it is in pristine condition, obviously. Check out Mickey Blake's cigar shop, not far from you, and the best people. Really? Sweet. I will go in there and I'll say, Alex sent me, and he said that I should come here, and they'll know what to do, I'm sure. Buzz, if the music, gunshots or music gets too much, you know how to reach me. We can't hold the point forever, but we can hold it. Huh. I was going to say, so there is the tasting competition. Yesterday, I received an email that was what I would like to refer to as a disappointment, a disappointing email, an email that didn't make me very happy. And it was an email that said, due to COVID, there's no more tasting competition in Washington, D.C. Instead, they're doing it virtually. It's going to be online. Now, that could mean two things, like good and bad. It's bad because I was looking forward to going on a little bit of a trip, and I was looking forward to meeting with Michael Klein, and I thought it was going to be an awesome friggin' experience at the Jack Rose dining hall in Washington, D.C. That was something I was really looking forward to doing, meeting some people, shaking some babies, whatever. But that's not going to happen. So that sucks. But on the other hand, I feel like it might be good for me because I'm used to doing stuff like online. I'm used to doing tastings like this, and I feel like that's what it's going to be, is something like this. And I'm so used to talking to a camera with nobody talking back, and that might benefit me. But here's another thing: I think they're going to live stream it or make it available for people to watch while they're doing it. So that means all of you savage mother effers can go in there and just spam my name and be like, Matt, click Matt, like, and then they'll be like, wow, there's a lot of people here who like Matt, and that's weird. So that's a possibility. I'll let you guys know more details when I find out. I'm not sure the date yet either. I think the date might have moved. I don't know, but I'll let you know more. But it's going to be something where people can watch it. So it sucks, but at the same time, it's also going to be cool. John Dandola retracted a message. He probably called me names. That's okay. Steamface cried enough for both of us. Oh, yeah. Geez, I'm sorry, man. Make sure you use your don't wake the wife voice. Well, I'm going to have to. Yeah, see, everyone, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody in chat is like, Matt. And I'll be like, wow, there's 5 people in here just repeating this guy's name. By the way, there's 83 people in here now. 83. Hell yeah. You're not going to believe this. Look at, I've got all of them poured already. I've got them all poured. I was prepared. Porter was prepared. And I poured them all preparedly. They're screaming outside. Probably some murder. If I had to guess, it was probably a murder. The mobile seating shifts between each episode are so underrated. Killer reviews. Thanks, John. Yeah, so my wife's a travel nurse, so we move around a lot. And then everywhere we go, I have to figure out, like, quit screaming. I have to figure out where I'm going to, like, shoot videos at. And that's kind of like what, like, you see me in different locations all the time. It's because I'm trying to find the best place to make videos in the different locations we're at. So, Tim Gorgeous says, practice Matt. Yeah, that's the best practice you can do. What? 10 o'clock makes all the difference. 10 o'clock? What do you mean? 10 minutes? 10 o'clock? I don't know what Jeffrey Wack is talking about. Andrew Buchanan says, we can chat ADHD whiskey. Yeah. All right. Destination Bourbon's in the house. Mr. Klein, what's up, friend? What's going on, Mr. Klein? Mr. Klein is the best. He had plane tickets, and he booked our hotel rooms for us for Washington, D.C., and then they got canceled. So it's a bummer, but we're going to have to make something happen anyway, Klein. We're going to have to do something for sure. All right. I'm going to get into the first glass here in this flight, but first I want to... Okay, I got round 1. I'll just show you guys what I'm looking at here. I don't know what he posted, if he posted like the options he gave me, but so there's 6 options, but only 5 whiskeys. First option says mash bill number 1, low, which is low rye. Second option is 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley. Okay, then third option is 65% rye, 20% malted barley, 15% corn. Third option, 63 corn, 27 rye, 10 malted, and 60% corn, 36 rye, and 4% malted? How am I supposed to tell the difference? I'm going to do really bad at this. Then the last option is 51% rye, 39% corn, 10% malted barley. All right. I will have to look at these as we go. But, oh boy, this is going to be difficult. But that's why I'm the world's greatest whiskey taster, the top whiskey taster, because if I wasn't, then I've got to master this, got to get it. Took the top off of A. Smelling it, that smells like a rye. I think, maybe not. No, that was a premature rye call out. I think. No, it's not a rye. Is that mash bill number 1? Oh, this is going to be hard. Jeffrey Wack says, you got this. Oh, thanks, buddy. $5 super chat. Thank you. Did I just miss the super chat or didn't talk about it, or did I say something? Patrick Fulmer, thank you. He says, Matt. Huh. This is a very familiar nose. Okay. I'm going to go through the noses first. I think A is mash bill number 1. I think. Or it's MGP. But what does MGP's on this list? I don't. Well, Gimme doesn't say MGP. Let's see. 75 corn, 13 rye. 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley. I think that's an MGP mash bill. I know MGP has a 36% rye mash bill. People are revving four-wheelers outside. This is ridiculous. It's like I'm back home in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, just listening to dirt bikes and four-wheelers drive down a busy city street. See you, Alec. Thanks so much for popping in, dude. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go to the nose on B, see if I can get anything on the B. B smells definitely more rye. Yes. Oh, I didn't have a thing to write notes on. I'm going to maybe make notes on the back of this. A, maybe MGP or mash 1. B, I put is rye. C, D, E. I don't want to blow my nose out. If that makes sense. C. Huh. I think C's a bourbon, I believe. But then again, I don't know. Don't want to make notes on C yet because I don't know if I'm right. See if I can get D here. D might also be maybe like a rye or a high rye, something or other. I don't know. E is very light on the nose. Maybe it's just my nose from smelling 5 different things. E is like smells younger, kind of more grainy. Maybe higher barley. Maybe higher barley. E might be the 20% malted barley. Maybe. I think I'm going to taste E first. I'm going to go in a weird order. I'm going to taste E first because I want to see if I want to taste E fresh because I want to see if I get the taste on the palate is the same as my nose. That's really good. What the heck? E was more viscous than I imagined it was going to be. Andy Buchanan says, one of the ones you sent was my daily drinker. Oh. Yeah, no hints. Bacon Boy wants to know the very first bourbon you ever tried. I mean, like, the very first bourbon I ever tried that was on my own, that wasn't like the very first bourbon of my bourbon journey was George Dickel 12, I believe. Yeah, for sure. Because my dad drank George Dickel 12, and I was like, what's the hype about this? So I tried it, and I was like, bleh. But everything at that point tasted like bleh, because it was whiskey, and I wasn't a whiskey drinker. So, everything for the first couple months was like, what the heck am I drinking? All right. Steve Szymanski loves him some A, B, C, D, and E. I also consider that a hint. I think A. Kyle's dad drinks George Dickel 12 too. Are we brothers? Maybe brothers? Okay. I think, oh man. Sometimes I have a hard time deciphering between MGP and mash bill, like, and the Buffalo Trace stuff on the nose. Maybe if I sip number one, I'll be able to figure it out. Man, that's good. I think that's a Buffalo Trace. I think it's Mash Bill 1. Even though I'm also thinking it's MGP. It's one of the two. Holy crap, this is hard. This is harder than everything on the planet. I shouldn't have ever. Okay, now that I go back to the nose on B, what did I say B was? I said B was a rye. That makes sense because now that I go back to B, I'm getting more of. I was getting maybe more of a barley on this one too, which is weird. Okay. I said this is just me spitballing. Is that a word? Spitballing? Freeballing? I don't know what it's called. I'm just talking out loud, thinking out loud. When I went back to B, I picked up some sort of like barley nose that I also got on E, which is weird. But when I initially said B was a rye, and I do recognize a mash bill on here, which is 65 rye, 20% malted barley, 15% corn. That mash bill is Old Forester rye. Pretty sure. 95% sure that mash bill is Old Forester rye. I think B is Old Forester rye. Because unless that's not even in this grouping, but that's gonna. I think B is. I think I'm gonna put tentatively. I'm gonna say that B is 65% rye, 20% malted barley, 15% corn. But that's not my final answer, so don't even think about it at all, ever. Spitballing's a word. Okay, good. DJ Beacon's freeballing. Moose 76 says Matt's legs are hairy. They're not that hairy. They could be hairier. It's unclear if you're spitballing or freeballing. The former preferred over the latter. Not freeballing, but could be spitballing. 20-inch blades on the Impala. 50-inch green money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Something about 2G's flat. No need to worry. My accountant handles that. Now my whole crew is lounging. Celebrating every day. No more public housing. We used to... something... no heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us. Now my whole crew is lounging. I already did that one. Yeah. That's just a good song. I'm on B now. I just did B. Why am I doing B again? Wow. That basically sums up my life. C smells like my fingers. Gotta spin it. C needs a good spin job. An SJ. Everybody, if you have a whiskey, start giving it the good old SJ right now. Smell it, give it an SJ, and then smell it again right now. Didn't help. Matter of fact, it kind of made it go away. Mike Collerton had a dorky bus driver in junior high. We would launch spitballs into his red afro from the back of the bus. Bullies? I don't think he liked us. That's probably true. What did I say? Did I say anything about C? No. I didn't say anything about C, D, or E. C is really good. I think C is also a rye. I think C is a rye. Could that be true? C is higher proof. It is a rye. C is a rye. If C is not a rye, then I am wrong, but I might be right. Julie L, $10 super chat in honor of Tucker, Steamface's pup, because all dogs go to heaven. Oh man, I'm sorry, Steamface. Thank you, Julie L, for the super chat. Unfortunately, it's a little saddening about the old puppy. What other rye do we have on the list? There's only one other rye on the list, which is 51% rye, 39% corn, 10% malted barley. That could be, I'm trying to think of what distilleries would use that mash bill. That was around, 110 to 120 proof. It was rye, but not that rye. So I'm thinking that's 51% rye, 39% corn, 10% malted barley. Maybe like a Jim Beam cask strength rye. Who else? Pikesville. Could be a Pikesville rye. I'm going to say that C is 51% rye for tentatively. Again, tentatively. All right. I feel like I'm way too confident here. Like, this could really go poorly, really bad. Man, Steamface has got the old tears going. I'm gonna cry too. I'm gonna have to reread this and then really tear up. I'm sorry, brother. Okay, I'm on D now. Edward Cummings is in the house. What's up, Mr. Cummings? Wow, this is D has a really weird something like a man. Have you ever like smelled something and then it's like almost at the tip of your tongue and then just goes away? It's like an orange Pop Rocks candy. Like like a rock hard candy. And DC says, use that tongue. The tongue is an organ. That's a Fred Minnick. A Fred Minnick line. Destination Bourbon says, what are we playing? So in the Bourbon Junkies Facebook group, Jeffrey Wack posted what I'm drinking, but it's basically guess the mash bill and guess the distillery game. So first round is guess the mash bill. So I've got a list of 6 different mash bills. I've got to choose. There's six listed, but there's only 5 drinks. So I've got to match up what I'm drinking with the correct mash bill. And I feel like I'm probably way too confident about what I've said so far. Oh man, D's got a really good nose. Orange, like a pop rock or rock candy. This is a very candy drink or nose. It's like one of those sugar daddy caramel sucker things. Yeah. That's really good. Booker's, Knob Creek, maybe a Heaven Hill. It doesn't have. This reminds me of a Booker. I do not know the Booker's mash bill. I don't even know if Jim Beam discloses a mash bill. To be honest, Caitlin Brewbreaker, you already finished your blind tasting? How? I guess I'm 38 minutes in, so that explains how. You'll have to tell me what you were drinking later. You have to tell us for sure, or tell the chat what you were drinking. Let us know. Hey, Iwaskishi Wines is in the house. Sam, I'm guessing that's you. How's Bobby doing? How's his shoulder? Hopefully he's doing awesome and better and everything. Yeah, show us some love. Hit the like button. The like button helps so much, they say. That's what they say. 77 people in chat. Thank you, everybody, so friggin' much. I don't think Jim Beam discloses a mash bill, but I think that their mash bill is very high corn. So I'm going to say tentatively that D is 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley. Here's what happened. When I smelled D, I didn't get any nuts on it. I'm going to go back to smell it again. But when I tasted it and closed my eyes, that's a key point of tasting. Close the eyes and really pay attention to what's happening. If you have your eyes open, then you're not going to do it right. That's what I found out. And it was like it just shot me right back to when I was tasting Booker's not that long ago. And I trust my palate memory, recognition memory, something. I don't know. But I trust it. Now that I go back to the nose, I definitely get some nuts. Some orangey dreamsicle nuts. But was it that high proof? Wow, that doesn't seem that high proof. This could be Old Tub. This D. Because it doesn't have like, it's not as high proof as Booker's, but it's the same profile. Too low proof for Booker's, but actually it's pretty good. Pretty good. That's really good, actually. I kind of like it. Caitlin Brewbaker drank Eagle Rare. Oh, I dropped my pen. Son of a biatch. It's way down there. Oh, boy. The hardest part about having a huge stomach. What does Caitlin Brewbaker drink? Eagle Rare, Early Times, Pinhook, Bohemian, Bare Knuckle, and Wild Turkey 101. Was that the order you chose them in, or did you have a different order? because Wild Turkey 101 coming in last places. Whoa, people will throw fits if you put Wild Turkey in last place. People will throw fits. Steam Face with a $21 Canadian super chat, eh? For all the talk in the live chat, with condolences for my puppers. Thanks, Matt, and everyone in chat. Cheers. Tell your folks that says hi, says Steam Face. Oh, man. Sorry you had a bummer today, dude. But thank you for the super chat. Sorry for the bummer, but thanks for the super chat. It's rough. It's weird. E is such a weird bar. Like, I feel like I might be wrong about the best Canada accent. I'm from the UP. I'm from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We're basically Canadian. Oh yeah, I tell you what. I can't even. It's rough. Thanks, eh? Oh yeah. Tell you what, me and my folks will bring you over a pasty. Bring over a pasty, and we'll talk about it. Wow, it's a weird one. If I'm back in the UP for 5 minutes, I start. There are people in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan who if they get a major Finnish accent from Finland, but there are people who are just around Finlanders so much that they start talking like Finlanders. And I worked with this one guy, and his name was Rick. I was like, Rick, you are the biggest Finlander I've ever met in my entire life. And someone was like, he's not even Finnish. He just used to work at the old iron ore mine. And he just worked around a bunch of Finlanders, and he just picked that up. You sound like Vulcan McGregor. A Finnish accent? So that accent, the Finnish Canadian accent, actually has like a lot of similarities to an Irish accent. I read that somewhere, and I kind of believe it. Mind your, who the fuck is that guy? Eh? I think, man, E is good too. I don't know what E is, but I'm guessing. I don't think it's a rye. Oh, it might be. That's got to be I think that's the 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley. Or wait. It's either that or the 63 corn, 27 rye, 10% malted barley. He literally has these two. I don't know if you can see this or not. We'll see. Okay. I don't know if you can see that or not. Keep it in focus. 63% corn, 27% rye, 10% malted barley. Then the other one is 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley. So, and one of them on this sheet isn't even real, or it's not represented. So this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that I know for 95% sure that there is a 36% rye mash bill. I think it's an MGP mash bill, high rye. So I'm going to say that D is probably a high rye MGP, which is E. And now I need to go back and make sure that I'm right about this stuff. And this is when things get interesting, because how much will I change my mind in this last tasting? UP Southern Canada, that's for sure, Emily. Emily Chambers, you are right about that. Caitlin Brubaker says, well, that's how I tasted them tonight. Wild Turkey 101 came in last. second for my boyfriend, and fourth for my dad. Oh, you got a triple tasting going on. That's awesome. I almost said a three-way, and then I realized that wouldn't. It was just, and then because dad was there. But you got three people, a three-way blind flight. That's awesome. Because it was a three-way blind flight, for sure. The Stave Society says, how funny I'm having Bushmills. Eek. But also yum. But yeah, for sure. So good. Edward Cummings, $5 super chat. Cheers, Matt. Just found a bottle of ECA 120 since I've been in Virginia. I'm cracking it tonight in celebration of getting a house. You got a house, brother? High five. High five. Give me some knucks. Kabongo. Friggin' house, dude. Congratulations. Oh, breaking stuff. That's awesome. One day I will own a house somewhere. Hopefully. Renting air. This is rough. But one day a house is in our plans too. Hopefully. Mike Cook says, Wild Turkey 101, last place. All right, everyone, go dust off your pitchforks. Yeah, that can happen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that A is definitely Buffalo Trace. It's good. Which Buffalo Trace? No idea. It's under 100 proof, I would say. So there's that. Destination Bourbon says, one day you will own a house next to me. Ho, ho, ho. That'd be awesome. All right. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to say A is mash bill number 1, Kabongo. And B I thought at first was Old Forester Rye. Is kind of what I thought. Yeah, I'm still sticking with that. I could be completely wrong, but at the same time, whatever. C. I said, well, I'm gonna change up my order because I want to make sure that everything's being represented properly here. I'm gonna have some water. I'm gonna go back to E, I think. That is some high quality filtered H2O. Kevin Fregosa's bacon in California. It's 97 degrees. Whew. We didn't have air conditioning here for a few days, but like by a few days, I mean like a week. And it was the air conditioning. It doesn't work anyway. It's like really, there's like two 5,000 BTU air conditioners in this apartment on opposite sides of the apartment, and it doesn't work properly. And then one of them died, and then it got up to 1,000 degrees in here, and we finally had to call somebody and be like, we need to figure this out for sure. So yeah, I feel you. Hopefully you're cool in your place. $5 super chat from Will Henderson. Cheers and go Braves. MVP Will Henderson. Jake Barson's in the house, new name. Bushmills Black is great. Not a big fan of their regular juice, though. I'm actually not super familiar with Bushmills. I was just kind of being a jerk. I'm a jerk. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me? Forgive me? That's right. All right. Let's see. Will Henderson retracted a message. It was probably hate-filled. Yeah, this is good. Good water. Good water. All right. Now that I've cleansed my palate, I am happy to see that I got a buzz. I got oh, wait a minute. I got another friggin' patron, Mike D. Franklin, with a $10 super chat. Thank you, friggin' Mike Franklin. And by super chat, I meant $10 patron, new $10 patron. 2 Mikes tonight. Mike and Ike makes me so happy and so thrilled. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. All right, I'm going to go to E. Man, I think that I might be wrong. I might be getting E and C confused. I think E might be the rye. No. No, I'm right. E's a bourbon. E's a friggin' bourbon. Caleb Brubaker, $5 super chat. 5 of us watching tonight in this house. Fantastic show tonight. Lots of laughs. Heck yeah. All 5 of you need to high five like the Ninja Turtles and say something that rhymes with Schmauerschmanga. Is there 5 Ninja Turtles or only 4? I don't know. Including Splinter. Splinter? I just said Splinter. Including Splinter, there's 5 of them. Including Splinter, there's 5 Ninja Turtles. Yeah, mics are on fires tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna say that E I'm right about. I'm probably so off on these it's gonna be embarrassing. Oh, Jeffrey Wack. Mike Franklin, $5 super chat. You living next to Klein would make one hell of a block party. Mike Franklin, do you live next to Klein too? What did I say D was? Wait, let me figure it out myself. Oh, D's good. Yeah, well, I think D was, I said, was like the old hub or the Booker or something like that. 75% rye? 75% corn, I mean? Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. All right. And then C must be the 51% rye, 39% corn. All right. All right, Jeffrey Wack, if you are still in chat, which I hope you are, I've got a question. So I think I've picked out which ones I think are which. I'm assuming that I need to go to round number 2 and do these before I do the results, right? Is that right? I need to go to round 2 before I open the answers thing. Is that right? Yeah. Let me know. I got to do round 2 first before. I don't know. D, move on to round 2. All right. The nose on D is making me very happy. There's just something beautiful about this aromatic property. I love that. I'm going to say, and all right, so I've already guessed the mash bills, but while I was doing the mash bills, I was thinking about the distilleries also. So what did Brubaker say? That's so funny. Huh, Brubaker? Which one of us is the rat? That's funny. I don't know. That's your choice. So this is the distilleries I was given as a list. If it's in focus, we got Wild Turkey, Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, Jim Beam, MGP, and Old Forester. Okay, that makes sense. According to what I thought. So I guess I can just kind of go back and forth. When this flight is over, bring me to Pappy. When this flight is over, do you guys want me to try Pappy 23? Because they sent me a sample of Pappy 23, and I could do that. I could do it. I haven't opened it yet. I was gonna shoot 2 videos last night. I was gonna shoot the Pappy 23 video, and also the likes were kind enough to send me that sample, and also a bunch of different E.H. Taylor samples. So I was going to do a flight last night of E.H. Taylor small batch, which is my bottle, versus 18-Year Marriage, Grain of the Gods, Amaranth, 4-Grain, and Cured Oak. I think Cured Oak. Pretty sure that's the 5th one. But I felt like shit last night, and I couldn't muster up the energy to even turn on a light. So I didn't do it. That's why the Kentucky Owl video came out today. So those are 2 videos I'm planning on doing pretty damn close to now, pretty soon. I think that A is Buffalo Trace. I think that B is Old Forester. I think that C, oh boy. Let's see, what did I say C was? I said C was 51% rye. So it's either Wild Turkey or Heaven Hill. Oh boy. So this could either be, if you grade out at 70% correct, you deserve a Pappy. All right. Oh crap. Did I say C was a rye? I said C was a rye? No. Oh crap. This is where I start to screw myself. C just tasted very nutty and very not rye. Son of a bitch. Oh no. I'm changing my, oh my gosh. What just happened? Oh shit. Why did I think this was a rye before? Now C reminds me of a Booker's. Did I? Son of a bitch. You can go back and change round 1. Okay. I thought you said C was a bourbon earlier. No, I said C was 51% rye. But maybe I thought, okay, maybe E. Okay, I'm flip-flopping. I'm sorry, but I'm flip-flopping. I'm friggin' flip-flopping. Overthinking Matt is my favorite Matt. Dude, I can't help it. I literally, okay, I tasted C thinking this was supposed to be 51% rye from what I wrote down before, and all I got was nuts. Wait a minute. Wait a friggin' minute. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm doing. I'm using Sober Matt, which said that C was a rye, and I'm using slightly not Sober Matt that says C is nutty, and I'm saying that C is Pikesville and it's Heaven Hill. Friggin' hopefully that's even. Oh boy, I just winged that one because I went with I didn't second guess. I just added my second guess together, which is addition. 79 people in chat still, amazingly. I suck. So I got A, B, and C. D, I said was 75. Okay, I'm gonna say D is Jim Beam. Because I thought it was Old Tub or Booker's or something like that. And E, I'm going to say is MGP because I thought it was a higher rye, 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% malted barley. I think that's an MGP mash bill. So I think that there's no wild turkey, and I think there's no 63% corn, 27% rye, 10% malted barley. And that is the way it works. Suck on that. All right. Caitlin Brubaker, do you have a preferred palate cleanser between bourbons? Saliva, typically. Bill Henderson, that damn nutty note can hang on. I did a blind last weekend, and the first one was nutty, and I could not stop tasting it. And all the rest of them. Yeah, it can hang on. Oak can also hang on. And I've learned that a couple times in flights where oak really hangs on, and you just get friggin' Destination Bourbon says 60% of the time that works every time. Yeah, okay. Whiskey Central says you don't suck, Matt. Thank you, Shayla. That's nice. That's friggin' nice. Friggin' mathed it. All right. Where's the results? I found the results. Breadstick says let me smell. Well, this is the one breadstick. Breadstick 99. Here you go. What do you get there? This is C. This is the one that I was really contemplating. Oh boy, Sex Panther. It's weird. C is a nutty son of a bitch, and it might not be Pikesville, but it might be Pikesville. I don't know. Who's to say? I'm ripping it open. I'm ripping open the answers. Oh boy, I'm making a mockery of the answer sheet. It's bad. Oh boy. That's not good. Oh, thank goodness that there's actually a different sheet inside of that. Because, yeah. Even in places you were wrong, you almost had it right. Why is that even a thing? You told me I was wrong in some places. Son of a bitch. All right. Okay, so A is okay. I'm just gonna start with. I'm gonna go letter by letter. I don't want to see what the next one is. A is Eagle Rare Mash Bill number 1 Buffalo Trace. I said A was Buffalo Trace Mash Bill number 1, and I said less than 100 proof. So nailed that one in the face with some face nut hitting. Nice. I did that one pretty good. All right. What did I say B was? Oh, I guessed that B was Old Forester Rye. Okay. I don't even care. Okay. Well, you know what? I was about to really start to brag. But then I noticed that the mash bill on B, 65% rye, 20% malted barley, that stands out. That mash bill stands out as Old Forester Rye. So when I saw that mash bill, I was like, that's Old Forester Rye. And then I started tasting these. I'm like, is any one of these Old Forester Rye? And I thought that B was. And that was right. Old Forester Rye. So I got that one completely correct. I actually called the correct friggin' whiskey. I'm a genius. Not really a genius. We're going to see where this goes. Oh, did I miss the super chat? I might have. Edward Cummings, just because. Cheers again. Thank you, Edward Cummings. You're the best. I love you. I love you a lot. I said C. Okay, this is where I'm going to go wrong, I'm guessing. I said C was Heaven Hill, and I said it was 51% rye. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yes. And then, all right, so this is me second guessing myself, where second guessing myself comes in correctly. I said Old Granddad 114 was 60. I said it was the 51% rye, which was wrong. But then when I went back to it, I said, oh shit, there's a lot of nuts on there. This reminds me of Booker's. That's because it was Old Granddad 114. So I got that one completely wrong. I got the mash bill wrong, and I got the distillery wrong. That means I also didn't get. That's Jim Beam Distillery, so that means I didn't get D right either for the distillery. Oh, DC's going tonight. Night, DC. Thanks, bud. Thanks for coming in, dude. You're the best. DC is honestly the best. He is probably one of the fucking nicest, most coolest, most awesome people on the planet. So DC, if you still are out there, thank you for being you, man. You're the best. Oh shit. Yeah, so obviously I was wrong with D. I said D was like I got like an old tub. I got really nuttiness on D, which is what threw me off. What the okay, wow. I just saw E also. I was way off. So D I got really wrong. Wait, no. I got the mash bill right on D. I said 75% corn, and I thought it was like a Jim Beam. But it's actually Wild Turkey 101. I didn't know that Wild Turkey disclosed their mash bill either. So 75% corn. Yeah, I guess that could have been Wild Turkey or Jim Beam. I think they're both in that realm. But I honestly I've never noticed that Wild Turkey 101 was that nutty before. Yikes. So I got the mash bill right, but I got the distillery wrong. So that means I got 2 distilleries wrong and 2 distilleries right. And then the 5th one I said was shit. Oh man, I said MGP and I got the distillery wrong and the mash bill wrong. Fudge. Yikes. Yowzers. Not cool. So E was 51% rye, 39% corn, 10% malted barley. I said it was 60% corn, 36% rye, 4%. Yeah, so wow. I've got some work to do on the old mash bill game. This one is hard. This one was a difficult game, but I appreciate it. You were so close. You had gears turning and lost a few coin tosses. Yeah, I did for sure. But realistically, it's a difficult freaking game. Like when you're guessing between, especially since you threw in something that didn't exist. Like there was a false answer in there, it made it even harder. So well, here we are. That's right. That's that. Destination versus mash bill game would kill me. That was I felt okay. This is my honest feeling. I thought I got A right for sure. I thought B. I saw that Old Forester rye in there, and I was like, okay, that's got to be what this is. And I was right. So I got A and B right, and I thought that was like for sure. And then the first time through, I thought I got C right, but then when I went back and tasted it again, I was like, oh snap, this isn't good because this is way too nutty and not enough rye. So I should have second guessed myself, even though I didn't second guess myself. Idiot. D, I could have swore was a Jim Beam. I never saw Wild Turkey coming up from a mile away, which is weird. So stupid. So dumb. Oh, well. And then there's no MGP in here at all. So sucked on that one also. Jeffrey Wack says, I picked these because I think they'll be testing you on available under $50 bottles. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I see that. There was, that makes sense. I saw on their Instagram, they were if you look for like the Mid-Atlantic, the Washington, D.C. Bardstown Bourbon Company page, they're doing tasting competitions between two of their social media people. And the last one they did was Rare Breed. So that makes sense. I think you're probably pretty close there. Jake Barson says, sounds like you could work on your high rye bourbon versus low rye game. Probably. I would say you're right about that. It's so hard. Like the order that you taste these in really makes a difference too. It's so strange. The Pikesville versus Old Granite I knew was tough going in. So which one was Old Granite? Was C? So C and E. The funny thing is, I guessed that C was Pikesville, which is not true at all. But here's the other thing. This is what I'm thinking about. As I do this is training. How many other people in this competition are training like this? How many? I mean, maybe they're training on their own, but in front of an audience, which is a camera. Oh, shit, I don't know. I've got to have an advantage somewhere, and I don't care. I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna win it so hard. Yeah. So C is much nuttier, and E. Which one is E? E is Pikesville. You know what's funny is I think the first time I went through these just nosing them, I thought they okay. I just realized something. Okay, let's rewind all the way back to the very beginning. The first time I smelled E, I said, "Oh, E smells different. It smells young. It smells like barley." Like so this is what I've kind of come to learn is maybe it doesn't smell like barley, but in my mind, when I smell this glass, it's what I associate with malted barley or young. So it might not be what that smells like, but in my brain, I get that, like that's what I associate it with. So I think I also got that on B, which is the Old Forester one. So I think that from now on, when I pick that specific note out of a line of whiskeys, I can assume that what I'm smelling isn't maybe malted barley, but maybe maybe a rye grain. That is super, super helpful because I just realized that. And even slightly drunk Matt realized that. That's really good. You did better than most. Most would say it tastes good and repeat. Yeah. No one is putting in work like you are. You will smash the competition. Steamfist says, give me a location. What does that mean? Wow. The 51% rye, that's so hard to pick up out of a group. Favorite of the flight? Which, okay, so this is funny. I'm not embarrassed to say it now. And I shouldn't have been embarrassed to say it in the first place, but I really liked C. I was like, this is really good. And I thought it was like a Jim Beam, and I was like, why do I like this so much? But it's because it was Wild Turkey. So I think C was my favorite out of the flight. C or I think C was, yeah. What the heck was D anyway? I don't even know what D was. I don't even know where the results page went. Oh, I'm sorry. D was my favorite because I thought D was Booker's. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, my favorite out of the flight was the Wild Turkey one, for sure. But I didn't know it was Wild Turkey at the time. You thought I was a Khabib fan. What threw me off there? I don't even know. I don't even freaking know. Remember your patented swirl technique at the competition. Yeah, the competition will be me sitting in this chair. Pappy, 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 give us the Pappy or I call the cops. All right. I don't know where it's at, though. I might know. Actually, I don't know if I know. I'm going to do, well, shit. I don't know. Bring back to Pappy. Well, all right. We have two options. I kind of wanted to save the Pappy 23, my first taste of it for the video, because I don't. I like something like that when I taste it for the first time for a recorded video. I feel like when I taste it for the first time, when it's the Pappy 23 video, it's like it gets my initial reaction. Like when I tasted the Pappy 20 and it was the wooden roller coaster, that was the first time I ever tasted it. So I'm afraid that if I taste it tonight, it might throw me, it might ruin my video. I can do that, or I can do an Elijah Craig grenade that I haven't tasted before. So let me know. I didn't. Well, no. I mean, I'm not sure where I put the Pappy's. Either on the counter in there, or it's behind me in a box somewhere. It's definitely here too. Yeah, Destination Bourbon. I'm bummed too, man. Save the Pappy. Save it if you aren't feeling it. Oh, okay, good. Whoops. All right, I'll do the Elijah Craig. I wanted to save the Pappy because I like to capture that first taste where I'm like, then I can edit through it and be like, this is how I initially reacted to it. They sent me enough of it for 2 drinks, but I would rather taste that on the video that's gonna go out. So it's all. Oh, and by the way, nobody picked up. Nobody said Fred Minnick when I said on D when I said there's just something beautiful about this aromatic property. How did nobody realize that was a Fred Minnick quote? Nobody did. This Elijah Craig grenade that reminds me of Wayland Ranch so much because it's in the same bottle was sent to me by Michael Klein because he's a beautiful, beautiful man. You're plenty sober. Let's knock out a lightning round flight. I don't think so. I have to probably wake up in the morning and go to drive an hour and a half to go to the beach. So I think I got to get up at like 6 o'clock to wake up the children and the wife so we can get in the van and drive to the beach before they close the parking lots because it gets super filled. So I can't do another lightning round. I can't do another lightning round, but I can taste this. Elijah Craig Barrel Select 125 proof Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey from Michael Klein, the man, the myth, the legend. What the hell? It sounded really good. God damn it. What the fuck? I think DC got the minute quote. Oh, okay, good. This is literally the hardest cork I've ever pulled out of a bottle. Why is it in there so good? My hand is destroyed. Why? It's a screw top? If that's true, I swear to God. Wow. Okay. All right. That never happened. I was pulling so hard. All right. That's plenty. Why would they put a screw top on that? That reminds me of my first video I ever shot where I turned the fish's screws the wrong way. I had I honestly had no idea that was the case. I swear that was 100. Like, I was wondering, and like I thought that it was still taped on. I was like, why is like I thought I got the tape all the way off of it, but okay, that makes sense. That makes some sense. All right, Elijah Craig grenade. One of the greatest. Jeffrey Wack did the same thing, he said. So don't even ever go there. Jeffrey Wack did the same thing. This is blackberries and like a nut, like an almond. Blackberries and almond. Please edit that clip. I don't. My thumb and like index finger on this hand, it's red and hurting because I was pulling so hard. I was expecting the loudest pop ever. I was pulling so hard that I was in my brain, in my head, I was thinking when this cork comes out of this bottle, it's gonna be so loud and I'm probably gonna spill it everywhere because I was pulling so hard it had to be that loud. Oh man. That is really good. Wow. Holy crap, Klein, thank you so much for sending me that. That, although a screw top, just so everybody knows, is really good. I can't remember if the Wadeland Ranch was a screw top or not. I think it was. I don't know why I expected that to be a cork. Probably because it's like $60 for 200 milliliters. That is really so. That's a single barrel, nearly barrel proof Elijah Craig. Man, that's like a raw almond mixed with like some sort of a dark berry, like a blackberry or a blueberry, maybe. So Dramon hasn't opened his yet. Yeah, the grenade is fantastic. This is like so the Elijah Craig barrel proof, you sip it and it gets immediately like stingy in the middle of the tongue and it goes like SpaceX rocket, like and it just launches. This is like a test flight. It's really, really, it's like it rounds itself off, if that makes sense. So good. How does it compare to Elijah Craig Barrel Proof? I think I just did. Can you guys hear that cricket? It just stopped. Must have heard me talking about it. That is a meal cricket screaming for its life. I feel so bad about it. Okay. I can't believe it's 125 proof. It doesn't drink it. It drinks way lower than that. It drinks like 110, maybe, for sure. You in the hut? You hunter like Dan? No, dude. These are the crickets for my bearded dragon, for Smoke Wagon, my bearded dragon. They just started chirping the other night. The same night that Dan's crickets were chirping, the meal crickets were chirping. Tuesday night, they were like chirp, 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 chirp. So weird. So weird. Andrew Buchanan says we need to see Smoke Wagon. That can't happen because Smoke Wagon's lights are off and he is sound asleep. And the last time I tried to take him out of his terrarium while he was sound asleep, I woke him up. And apparently he doesn't like being woken up. He was like, and I was like, I'm sorry, Smoke Wagon. He was like, he freaked out. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And then the next morning I had to talk to him about it and we made up. But we came to an agreement that I wouldn't do that to him again. So can't do it. There's crickets outside my window that I didn't notice till just now. Thanks for that. Sorry. So what's the latest name for the bearded dragon monster? Well, they named it Marty Deadfly. They named him Marty McRango, and then I named him Smoke Wagon. So he goes by Marty, he goes by Rango, and by Smoke Wagon. He doesn't really seem to care. As long as he gets his crickets and his salad, and I give him blueberries, because guess what? I'm the man, and he loves it. Caitlin Brubaker's going to bed. Good night. Good night, Caitlin Brubaker and 4 others in the company. Thank you so much for hopping on and just watching this crap. I appreciate it so much. I really appreciate it. The Bourbon Junkies mailed that cricket to Matt. I wish they did, because my bearded dragon just eats the crap out of them. Best Smoke Wagon story. No, he literally... Oh, when I tried to wake him up the other night, like that night, because Dan from the Bourbon Junkies was like, "Go get Smoke Wagon," and I was like, "All right." And I've only tried to take him out of his terrarium twice while he was sleeping. The first time I took him out, he was still sleeping, and I was like, "Look at him, how sweet and sleepy he is." He just fell asleep on my chest because he was still sleeping. The second time, I woke him up, and he thought I was a predator trying to kill him. And he was not happy at all. At all. Uncle Buck is in the house? Uncle Buck, I drank your, what do you call it? Your Buffalo Trace. Oh, I drank your Buffalo Trace to begin the stream, eh? Just so you know. Totally thought you were going to say Marty McDeadfly. That'd be funny, too. I don't know. I don't even know. That grenade honestly does not drink like 125 proof at all. Nowhere near it, actually. Nowhere friggin' near it. I didn't even see that Uncle Buck was even in the chat. Did he block me or something? Where's he at? Where's Uncle? Oh, there he is. Julie L is the prettiest person in bourbon, and Dan is the sexiest man in bourbon. It's pretty true. Uncle Buck just came in throwing knuckleballs. Julie and Dan are like the power couple of bourbon because they are bourbillionaires and they are schmirschmillionaires. What does that mean? Not a clue, but they are for sure. Oh, because they share their bourbon. They're bourbillionaires who share their bourbon, so they're schmirschmillionaires. Hear the cricket now? That's a bourbon who is just about to die tomorrow for sure. Will Henderson's going to bed. Good night, Will. Yeah, I'm about to hit the sack too. Nick Foles has seen any of that Stag Junior Batch 14 yet? Couple things. First of all, no, I haven't. Second of all, if anybody is watching, any 80 of you is watching, and you see Stag Junior Batch 14, and it's available to you, I want one this bad. You can't even see my arms because it's so big. But it's like this. But as far as I can stretch my arms. So I will, do the whole cash plus ship thing if it's available to you because I need that in my life. I just burped. Sorry about that. Dramhound says, re-up to Patreon again. Make the blunder, brother. What? Make up for the blunder, brother. Oh, you don't gotta worry about that shit at all. They are super generous. The likes have sent me samples that I never knew I'd ever taste, so it's incredible. Literally incredible. I can't thank them enough. They're amazing. They are amazing. Just like all of you. Thanks for watching. Tonight's flight went. I knew it was going to be really hard, and I didn't expect myself to do perfectly. I did okay. I mean, I'm going to give myself a B minus because, yeah, I give myself a B minus. But it was difficult. It was a hard test. So who's to say if anybody else would do better? I don't know if they would. I don't know if they could or would. Destination Bourbon says, make that too. I want one too. Oh, Destination Bourbon also wants a batch 14. Well, batch, you are going to get one after me because I come first. Just kidding. So yeah, dude, I want one so bad. Like, I don't know why. Because eventually I'm sure I'll taste one, but like there's something about it where I'm like, batch 14, batch 14. Since I know it's available, it's weird. Like the one-armed fisherman talking about how big the one was that got away. Yeah, pretty much. Julie L is awesome, Whiskey Central, as is Shayla from Whiskey Central. Listen, couple things. If you aren't subscribed to Destination Bourbon, we're not friends anymore. Unless you go over there and subscribe to Destination Bourbon, because Michael Klein is my best friend. And he does things for me that I wouldn't expect anybody else to do. Like stuff that I wouldn't talk about. Just kidding. He doesn't do anything like that. But he's a super nice person, a very generous human being, and he deserves to be subscribed to. So subscribe to Destination Bourbon. And while we're on the subscribe bandwagon, subscribe to Shayla at Whiskey Central. She has a YouTube channel, and she has a SchmoopTube channel. And she talks about all sorts of whiskeys that I don't like scotches and Irish whiskey, but she also talks about bourbons and ryes, and I like those. And she does good impersonations of me and the Bourbon Junkies, and she's pretty funny, and she's really funny, and she's super cool. So subscribe to her too. That's all I got to say about that. Subscribe to Jeffrey Wack if he had a YouTube channel. He doesn't, but if he did, you should subscribe to him, but he doesn't, so don't. And I'll stop talking so fast now. Jeffrey Wack says, I'm an old man, Mickey, in your corner, training you up for the competition, except I'm not that old and I'm alive. That's true. Threw them both us up. Thanks, Eli. They deserve it for sure. For freaking sure. All right. That's going to wrap it up for me. I've been going for an hour and a half. It feels like I've been going for longer than that, even though I haven't. Because, whatever, I don't know. Myrtleize that guy. It was a Mickey line. I don't know. Who knows? Who's to say? Next week, I'm going to be doing another flight. So, Mr. Klein, if you're still in chat, we need to figure out a day and time and place for the Dan and Julie like flight for me and you and Dan and John from the Bourbon Junkies. They sent us all a flight, and we need to do it together, and we need to figure out when and where to do it. So if it's on the Bourbon Junkies channel, that would be phenomenal. I don't know if they want to do that or not on their channel. Who's to say? I don't know. If you want to do it on your channel, cool. If you want to do it on my channel, cool. But we need to figure out when and where to do that. So we should figure that out. Also, Batch 14 in Rhode Island today. Hunt when you go to the beach tomorrow. That sounds like a great idea. For sure. We should definitely do that. I got to tell my wife that I got to hunt for it tomorrow. If it's in Rhode Island, I'm be like, listen, lady, I understand that you are tired and upset and not happy with me, but we need to stop at every liquor store in the vicinity. Absolutely. Thanks for the break from reality. Oh yeah, dude. Thank you guys for the break from reality. This was a lot of fun. This was a blast. I'm super happy we did it, and I can't wait to do more. I've got lots of flights left to do, and that was loud. Quiet down. Why would you be so loud? All right. My name is Matt. This was ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds with your mind on doing better at blind flights sent from Jeffrey Wack. Unless you are Wack, in which case you won't do better because you're Wack. So there's that. And Destination Bourbon, you're correct. We need to figure that out soon. Have a good night, everybody. I love you all so friggin' much. Thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for all the super chats and the new patrons. High fives, knucks, and butt smacks. Slabberoo. Good night.